It was the kind of night that wrapped the city in gold. The sky blushed purple, the streets glittered from fresh rain, and the buzz of luxury restaurants filled the air. Inside one of them, dimly lit and quietly opulent, sat Daniel Reeve, billionaire CEO of one of the fastest-growing tech companies in the world. He wasn't staring at the wine list or his stunning new girlfriend, Harper, a model-turned-activist with the kind of laugh that could light up a room. No, Daniel was distracted, restless, a strange unease gnawed at the edge of his mind. That's when it happened. Just as their entrees arrived, Daniel's eyes drifted to the hostess stand and froze. Standing there, brushing raindrops off her coat and visibly pregnant, was his ex-wife, Rachel. His heart did a strange thing. It clenched. Harper noticed the change instantly. "You okay?" Daniel didn't respond. He couldn't. Rachel looked different. Softer. Her hand rested protectively over her stomach as she waited to be seated, alone. Her eyes met his for a split second. No smile. Just recognition, like two ghosts passing in a hallway. Memories flooded in. Rachel cooking dinner in their tiny first apartment, the way she believed in his startup when no one else did, how she'd hugged him when his father died, how he'd buried himself in work, grown distant, lost her. They'd divorced 3 years ago. No kids. No contact since. And now this. "Excuse me," he said suddenly, standing up. "Daniel," Harper began, but he was already halfway across the restaurant. "Rachel," he said, his voice more unsure than he'd expected. "Hey." She blinked, startled. "Daniel. Wow. Hi. You. You look good." She smiled politely, touching her belly instinctively. "Thanks. Are you, is it?" "No, it's not yours," she said gently, as if reading his mind. "It's mine. Just mine." That took him a moment to absorb. "Look," she said, "I wasn't going to come in. I saw you. But I was cold and hungry and tired of running from things I'm not supposed to be ashamed of anymore." Daniel looked down. For all his billions, his power, his influence, he'd never felt smaller. "Can I join you?" he asked quietly. Rachel's eyes widened. "Just for a moment," he added. "I'd like to buy you dinner. Not because I feel guilty, but because I remember who you were to me. And I'm sorry it took seeing you like this to realize what I owe you." She hesitated, then nodded. At the table, Harper watched them walk back and stood to leave. "I'll give you two a moment," she said with a knowing smile. "You have some catching up to do." Harper left with grace. Not angry, just understanding. Daniel would thank her later. Over the next hour, he and Rachel talked. Really talked. About life. Regrets. Growth. Her decision to be a single mom. His realization that success wasn't just what you built, but who you cared for along the way. When the check came, he paid it without a word. But before she left, he reached into his wallet and handed her something, a black card. "This isn't charity," he said. "This is support. No conditions. No strings. Just thank you for everything you ever gave me. Let me give something back." Rachel looked at the card, then at him, tears brimming. "You've changed," she said. "I hope so," he replied. As she walked into the night, belly full, heart lighter, Daniel stood at the doorway watching her go. He felt the cool air kiss his face, and, for the first time in years, something warm settle in his chest. That night, the billionaire didn't go home to his penthouse. He went to the shelter he passed every day on his way to work and signed a quiet donation in his mother's name. Because sometimes, it takes seeing your past holding a new future to remind you what real wealth is.